7 foods that eliminate hunger without causing weight gain. Some people suffer because they feel the need to eat constantly to satisfy their hunger, thus leading them to overeat both during and between meals. Although it depends on one's age, metabolism, and lifestyle, certain foods can help the stomach feel full without needing to eat such large quantities. It is important to note that a balanced diet is generally much more satisfying than a diet rich in fats and sugars. In addition, we will list the most satisfying foods and provide some advice that will help you avoid feeling hungry. Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables, especially raw, help us to eliminate hunger and to nourish our body with vitamins and minerals, while at the same time, consuming very few calories. The combination of fiber and water fills our stomach easily, and although it can digest quickly, it helps us to resolve those moments when we wish to snack on something. Fruit smoothies are a good option, and we can mix several fruits with water, and sweeten them with a little bit of stevia if the fruit is not naturally very sweet. In contrast, natural juices are not as satisfying, and in the majority of the cases, they do not contain the fiber of the fruit. Another very healthy option is gazpacho, a mixture of vegetables, tomato, pepper, cucumber, etc., that we can drink, without straining it, so that we conserve the natural fiber. Whole foods. The majority of flours and cereals that we consume today are refined, and the fiber has already been extricated. If we consume whole foods, it will turn out to be much more satisfying and also have more benefits for our body. We can opt for whole foods such as rice, bread, flour to make pastries, etc. Agar. Agar is an algae that helps us set foods, since it functions as a gelatin. This algae is very filling and acts as a thickening agent in the stomach as well. When it arrives to the stomach, it mixes with gastric fluids, increasing its volume and producing the sensation of being full. It is also very cleansing. It helps us get rid of toxins and improve intestinal function, avoiding constipation. We can use it to thicken soups and stews, as well as for preparing pies with gelatin with fruit juices or vegetable drinks. Legumes. Legumes, which were regularly consumed in the past, are more recently commonly forgotten, even though they were an excellent food. They are rich in protein, a quality for which they can easily be the main dish of a meal, accompanied with a little vegetable or grains, and, opposing to animal protein, they are rich in fiber. In fact, eating them regularly, we will notice that we'll be able to excrete waste more easily. If we have the tendency toward poor digestion, we can cook them with a little cumin, curry or fennel, and not mix them with too many foods, or mash them up and eat them as a puree. An ancient remedy. We can make a very filling mixture by grinding and mixing equal parts of flaxseed, wheat bran, and psyllium, a medicinal plant that is used as a natural laxative. We will take 1 or 2 tablespoons full of this mixture mixed with a glass of water, or 10 to 15 minutes before each meal. We will quickly note that we do not need to ingest as much in quantity. Water. Oftentimes, we confuse thirst for hunger, and other times, it is simply emotional hunger or the desire to put something in our mouth. For these moments, there is nothing better than to drink 2 glasses of water. In fact, every time we feel hungry, we should drink water. If the hunger persists 5 minutes later, then we can eat something. It is important that the water be warm, and for us to avoid very cold water, which can freeze up our digestive system and also make it more difficult to digest the food. Chew food well. We cannot miss commenting on the importance of chewing our food well to help sate our appetite. Hunger lasts for about 20 minutes after we begin eating. If we chew well, it is not as necessary to eat so much, as well as making our digestion of that which we have eaten more efficient.